Spider-Man, Spider-Man, probably not Spider-Man. So today I've got the Spider-Man Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley O'Reilly, not Ben Riley. I got so confused by this era of Spider-Man. Was this the real Peter Parker? Or was this Ben Riley? Was this... I don't even fucking know anymore. Don't care. I liked it. I liked that they were doing weird stuff with the costumes. I still need to get a Ben Riley Spider-Man. But I was kind of waiting. I feel like this was a good enough upgrade to the previous one to go for it. And it was on clearance at Walmart. So it wasn't a lot off, but it was like 20%, something like that. But it was enough. I don't usually see these ones too much, but I do like showing people how to open these without foobarring the whole shebang. So these are a thicker cardstock than usual. So let's see if I can do it. So what you do is you go down here and you see there's a little gap. You just kind of stick your knife right in there. You put the knife right in there. And you just kind of cut it along that. They've made it a little more difficult than before. These used to just come apart. But you can still do it. You just got to be real careful with it. And I will say, don't do this and then try to sell it as new. Don't figure swap. Don't be that guy. In fact, I don't think I'm hitting it quite right, but I don't care. I'm going to be opening this anyway. And the trick is to hide the cut right there. You can see how I got inside it, and then hide that cut right there. I'll do the same on this side. That's a little scary. There you go. And then from here, you can just pop this sucker right out and then kind of close it back up and you don't really notice it. But I'm not keeping this anyway, so it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Let's pop the Spider-Man out. Now, another reason why this one is just an interesting figure in general is because typically with Spider-Man's figures from Marvel Legends, they get real cheap. This one didn't, and I don't know why. It was one of the other reasons why I decided to pick it up and not pass on it. Because he comes with fist hands, which I'm not usually a fist guy. I like the fists. But Spider-Man Marvel figures make sense because they do a lot of punching. But he also comes with, first off, hands are removable. Secondly, these do come off. I think these are just reused from Black Widow. But you do get a thwip hand on each hand. So you got two thwips. So you can do the old thwippy whippy. And then you also get wall crawling hands, which is probably the least given hand out of any of them. So thank you, Hasbro. Kind of weird that it's this figure that gets that treatment. He does have the waist here. It still has the diaphragm thing, which I prefer on especially Spider-Man. And then you do get a butterfly joint. This figure alone should be the archetype for most of the Spider-Man figures that we get. Because I don't even know if it's the most articulated, but it's more articulated. So, like, that's some crazy stuff. He's got total Totally worth this. Price of admission. This, of course, does hinder it a little bit, the non-cloth thing, but I don't really care. It is what it is. It's supposed to be that. But you got double pinless, super sexy joints here. And then, oof, the even cut, which is something that I do sometimes. I'll cut this back piece so that the head can do this. It's a little less than I'd prefer, but it's still pretty darn good. I would say the old style of hinge and joint would make more sense on any Spider-Man. Hinge and ball joint than anything else. But like, look at this. This is... This is nuts. Like, you don't get that kind of just articulation in general without having all of those cuts. He's got the foot, the toe one, which some people don't like. You need them for crouch characters. Sorry, Daredevil, Batman, any of those ones that crouch up on the what do you call it, like perches and stuff. You need to have them. Yes, not all of them do. Superman's not going to need that. But for whatever reason, McFarlane puts it on everything. But I think Spider-Man is probably the main usage of that. And this figure feels real nice. I actually kind of wanted a lot of those figures from this wave. He does have his little... I like that he just had extra web shooters everywhere. Back when web shooters you could run out of them and not have an infinite amount. Thanks to Tony Stark or Organic or whatever. I am a person who prefers that when he could run out of those, because it made it where like he had to be a little less flip everything. And he actually had to think about what he was doing. And then he run out sometimes. Couldn't rely on him all the time, I guess, is best. That's why this guy had so many, because he never wanted to run out. Scarlet Spider. I'm going to say this is the thumbs up of all thumbs ups for Marvel Legends figure. Not saying it's perfect. Nothing really is. The neck could be a little better. This could have been a cloth or swappable so that you can maybe take this off. You're stuck with this. You can't ever put it over his head. Not saying I'm going to do that a lot, but I would do it occasionally. And now I just got to work on, because I do want to get more of the Spider-Mans. I do want to get a 2099. But every time that they've released 2099, it's been on the Pizza Spidey body or something terrible. Re-release all the Spider-Man on this body, please. This one can do what it needs to for me. And it comes with all of the hands that we deserve. 2 thwips, 2 punches, and 2 wall crawler hands. It's kind of a necessity at this point for Spider-Man to have all of those things. I could even deal with 1 thwip, but you got to have 2 wall crawlers, because I mean, that's just one of the things you need. I hope you enjoyed this review. Check out my Patreon in my bio. Leave me a comment. Let me know how wrong I am. Like, subscribe, and I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.